Hey man, welcome back to the channel, man. You know, it's your boy J Boog, back at it again with another video on a Boog's life. Yes, a Boog's life, not a Boog's life. You know what I'm saying? It's like a Bug's life, but play on. We've completely rebranded the channel, just because you know how life's going so right now and everything like that. So I hope to do like daily videos, like vlogs, gym vlogs, all that. Different type of podcast style. I do still want to venture out and do those fun podcasts that we were doing, but I'm not sure how too likely it is. Like everyone's moving, doing different things and all that. So these podcasts are like the ones I'm doing solo, pretty much about to be more motivational wise, like helping like people realize certain aspects of their life that they might not know about, some motivation, you know, faith journeys, healing journeys, mental journeys, all that type of deals, you know what I'm saying? So, you know how we like to do things over here with J Bug, man, a Bug's life. Remember that, a Bug's life is completely rebranded. It's no more Juice Productions, all right? But, so this series is going to be, I was kind of like looking at it and I wanted to help out a lot of Paul's men with certain shit, but I think women could benefit from it too. So this new podcast series is about to it's going to be titled "To the Unreasonable Person," and not in a negative connotation. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking of it as so the reason why I'm naming it that is because there was the quote that Nipsey Hussle wrote, man, R.I.P. Nip. Excuse me. I'm not sure if he wrote it, but he said it in a video that I was watching, and it goes as such: the reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all the progress depends on the unreasonable man. So, and I seen that a couple years ago, maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. I have a lot of that stuck with me for a lot, especially like, you know, when you're trying to navigate through life and everything, you trying to fit in certain crowds, and don't say you don't. It don't matter what the fuck what age you is, bro. You did it at some point in your life. Everyone did it. When it comes with that too, like I think this also has like a lot to deal with like people with victim mentalities. Just because you know, a lot of people, especially where I'm like, when I came up, you know, as a youngin' and everything, everybody, I always thought people had it figured out. Like all my homies, like before me, you know, no names and everything, but you know, they were starting families, or they were like they were starting these jobs. They always had some bread. They had cars before me. Like I was a late bloomer when it came to a lot of shit, and I always looked up to my homies that were around me doing it. And I feel like I fell into that victim mentality too, because it's like I never had that father figure or anything like to teach me how to do what these dudes doing. But I probably everyone except maybe like 1 or 2 of my homies didn't have fathers as well. So I found that like I figured out later on that couldn't have been like an excuse or anything like that. And like how I just needed like a mentor or something like that. But once I started going into my own lane and started really honing in like what matters more in life, what I really want in life, I think really what switches when I started MMA, when I had really good coaches and teammates at the time who really like kind of pushed that narrative for me, and I got to see what success really looked like versus what I didn't want for myself. Not saying it's a bad thing, you know what I'm saying, but like a lot of my friends had kids at younger ages, and I can specifically remember like 19 or 20, and I know people want 3 kids, 4 kids, 2 kids, and I'm the only one out the front. I think it was me and one other homie that didn't have kids. Everyone else had kids. So I was like, damn, like I'm like behind. Like I thought like at that age, I'm like, bro, but at 19 and 20, you're not supposed to really be having kids. You're supposed to be living your life. Nothing, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. But it wasn't until when I actually had my first kid at 26 when I realized, damn, like I thought I was ready now. Like imagine when I was 19 to 20, I nowhere was near ready. I thought I had the world figured out, right? But I got to see what success looked like through the MMA gym, and they really helped me, visualize what I, not only what I wanted, but to separate myself and to go in my own lane and what hard work really meant. So when I joined the military, people thought I had it figured out because they see my stories. I'm like, oh, I'm lit somewhere. I'm in a different state, I'm in a different country. Well, I'm like, damn, Jay, you look like you're having fun, bro. You living the time of your life. And then they vent to me about their problems and everything. And they're like, how did you do it, bro? I'm like, bro, if y'all only knew what the fuck was going on. Like, just because you see somebody's story does not mean they happy, bro. But I know what you're saying, Jay, you rambling. Relax, my nigga, I'm getting to it. But all that to say, once people came to me like, Jay, how you do it? They would tell me how they was living. Like, X, Y, and like, homie X is smoking weed every day, can't eat without smoking, can't go to sleep without smoking, can't drive without smoking, can't have a conversation without smoking, like, and other homie, like, they drink all the time. Hey, homie Y be drinking all the time. Homie Q be trying to like do this gang shit all the time still. Like, he's still trying to gang bang and everything. He's becoming unk, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was a YN, now he unk. And it just don't make no sense. It's like, y'all not doing anything towards that specific goal. You say you want the same type of lifestyle that I have, where I'm traveling or doing whatever the case is, but there's nothing. And I noticed that a lot of people either expected me to put them in that position, or the world to somehow magically drop some shit in their lap so they could get into that position, but they all wanted that position in life without putting any work in. And I don't understand that. Like, they don't want to go to school. They don't. No matter how many times, like, I've tried to tell them so they could benefit from certain things, they never want to hear it. They don't. They hear it, or it goes one ear or out the other, right? I'm like, hey, like, maybe, okay, this is, you want to have your own business, some shit, you got to go to school for it. You know, get you a little mentor, start somewhere, work for someone who has an independent business, and then see what you could pick up from there, get an LLC type shit, right? But if you don't want to get up off your ass and do nothing, or blame the world because you didn't have a dad, right? You didn't get good grades in school. You didn't have anybody to teach you right from wrong. You have plenty of fucking examples of people with the same exact challenges as you, right? Look at look at Wallow. My son went to jail for 20 years. 20 years, came out with $1,000. He had a 20-year setback. And you telling me, and you trying to tell me that you can't make it? At 25, 26? A 20-year setback and $1,000. I bet they're gonna find something to complain about that too. Oh, we had time to think. Oh, he had people in the pen to tell him that he's better. He had the outdate. You was free. You had every single other opportunity. You had a 20-year head start. And you want to blame other people. That victim mentality not only hinders your growth, but it hinders your personality and your character as a person. Now, I can sit here, right? We all had a shitty hand. It's not your fault that you had a shitty hand, by any means. But it is your responsibility to be able to flip that narrative or stay the same. Right? Because if you came to me and was like, oh, I didn't have a dad, I have a dad. I have no mentor, I didn't have no mentor. I was poor, I was poor. You know what I'm saying? See, but the thing was, I always try to do something. You know, throw some shit at the wall, wait for something to stick. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people don't realize that, like, becoming an overnight celebrity, sometimes it takes you 7 years to become overnight. It takes you 12 years to become overnight. The difference between you, Wallow, fucking anybody you want to compare yourself to, like Leo Skeppy, right? Shout out to Leo. Dude has this huge podcast shit. He's very in tune with himself. Has a lot of dudes destroying that toxic masculinity shit, right? How did he get there? He tapped in. He got over the victim mentality. Stop feeling sorry for yourself, right? And I get it, because you have like a child that's neglected, doesn't have any mentors, role models growing up, doesn't have a dad figure, right? Man or female, could grow up angry, hating everything. Everyone's like, he's just a kid, you know, just going through the phase or whatever. He needs this, right? Then going into you being 18 to 25, but now you grown. Now no one gonna be like, oh, he's just a phase. Now people gonna look at you because you grown. It doesn't matter if you had that person to show you what it was growing up. People gonna look at you like an adult and start treating you as such. It's fucked up. I'm not saying it's not fucked up, but it is your responsibility at the end of the day. Why? Because you live in that life. Now you're trying to make everybody else suffer because you suffered. Yes, it's unfortunate that you don't have you had certain narratives growing up for you, certain mental barriers and societal barriers against you. But now you've grown. Everyone's gonna look at that's one of the things that I never understood up until recently. It's like I was the hurt child coming up into the teenage years, coming into the adult years, and I'm like, why can't nobody understand me? Like, why can I have a mentor? Blah blah blah. Because I was walling out. See what I'm saying? Everybody know me, right? I'm pretty sure people could comment down below and vouch for me on my behalf. Say, Jay the crash out. Jay be the one, right? Don't fuck with Jay. And it's cool. It sound cool, right? It's not. Because now you have people looking at you in a certain light, and they're not thinking, oh, you know, maybe he did have a bad childhood. Maybe he did not have somebody in the home to really teach him right from wrong. They see you as a grown-ass man, grown-ass female. They don't give a fuck what happened 15 years ago. They can't see that. All they can see is what you're presenting in front of them, especially if it's your first impression. And it's fucked up. It is. I'm not even gonna cap. It is fucked up. But it's your responsibility. Nothing falls in your lap. Nothing falls from lap. You have a better chance of getting struck by lightning. You have a better chance to get struck by lightning than winning the lottery. So I can name you 100 people that had shittier situations probably than you. Still made it. Tell me again, what's your excuse? You know, I still struggle with it from time to time. Just like forgiveness, it's an everyday thing. But how tuned are you? How much are you willing to dedicate to put into yourself to actually realize the certain shit that you need? Not only just financially, physically, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Are you willing to dive deep into that? Are you willing to go to that dark place? And it's gonna get real dark. I'm telling you, this shit gonna pop up that you ain't even know, you forgot about. But if you're not willing to go in there, do that dig deep in, and let that shit go, you'll never grow. And a lot of people with that mental, that victim mentality, I see they have a lack of care for themselves as well. Because no one showed you how to care for yourself. No one showed you how to care. So now it's everybody's fault, the world's fault. I think you need to dive in deep. You can't love somebody else until you love yourself. You live with you. It's a lack of care for you, and it's going to be a lack of care for everything you love later on down the road. Your lack of care for you and your situation is the reason why you're in your place you are now. How many years you was saying, oh, fuck my dad because XYZ? How many years you been saying, oh, fuck them, my friends was always fake? Or, yo, none of all these jobs is on bullshit, bro. I just want to make this millions and move the fuck on. How many years you been saying that? That's not a rhetorical question, by the way. How many years have you actually been saying that? And you're still in the exact same position that you were when you first started that argument. A plan without movement never works. You could have a 3D model of a house you're about to build. down to the screw, the exact materials you're about to use, down to the last piece of plywood, 100%, right? That shit not gonna build itself. God don't work unless you do. Maybe one time God told somebody just sit back, bro. Sit back. I'm gonna do my thing. And don't worry, I'll wait. Trust me, I'll wait. But every time someone had to move, someone had to do something, even when you're in that storm where you have to be still, it's still movement. What are you doing? You either going to the gym. You feel fat, go to the fucking gym. You can't stop working because you got shit to pay for, your kids, lights, food, car. That's an action. Gotta go to work. Even though you're trying to look for a new job, you gotta go to work. Now, I wish there were more people that be willing to mentor people. You know, I never had a full mentor, but I've had people in my life guide me. Shout out to Jeff and Bill from Ascension. Jeff was my head coach, taught me how to win, how to lose, how to prepare and work hard. Bill taught me more physical things and planted little shit around to where he was my boss. He how to read a tape measure, how to lay pipe, how you doing, how to fix certain shit that a man should be doing in the crib. But there are avenues. How many, like I said, how far are you willing to take that shit? You gonna go into that Bible? You gonna go on that YouTube? I'll give you a handful right now that I watch. People that have constructed me to help make this new segment, right? Dale Skeppy, Scotty K Fitness, Psychological Welfare Official, Higher Up Wellness. Those are 4 people that I watch on a daily that's been really able to help me brand this. You got fitness in there. You got the mental aspect. You got internal healing. So what you about to do? And just having that victim mentality, it's easier said than done, obviously. But you got to stop feeling sorry for yourself. You can't be 28, 29, thinking about some shit from high school and still pondering upon it, smoking weed every day because you're sad about it. Did you not realize just how fast those 10 years just went by? What could you have accomplished in those 10 years? And it's also fucking up your ego. It's also fucking up your you as a person. Because now you're thinking the world owes you something. Like, son I've been seeing on TikTok, bruh. Dude's fat as hell, breathing crazy heavy, and he's just eating food on TikTok. And he thinking that I remember he said some shit about some girl that he was trying to get with. He's like, I'm the prize. You gotta come to me. You fat as shit. You lazy, like just breathing heavy, like thinking the world owes you shit, like to bailing on his family and all that shit. Cause he thinks that like everyone's wrong and shit. It's like, Nick, that's the problem, bro. And Nick, like the way I'm getting agitated with him is the same way people gonna be agitated with you. The way that when they see you, like just don't want to take responsibility for shit. Like I said, it sucks that when it wasn't your fault, but it's the cards you was dealt. You got to make some shit shake. You know what I'm saying? And it also leads to self-sabotaging certain situations. But I'm gonna save that one for another video. But you can't overcome it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're limiting yourself. Your foundation doesn't limit you. Your environment doesn't limit you. You're putting mental barriers on yourself because you don't know any better. But there are outlets out there. Like, there's no, like, I don't know if it's like this for everybody, but for me, it's just like, how can, like, this urge for more. Like, you want more. Whether that be another job or a better job or more money. Like, especially everybody that be claiming they hustling and getting up grinding and shit. You gotta grind towards something. And once you get tired of feeling tired for yourself, that's when it's gonna, all the shit's gonna change. But until then, you gotta want it, because no one's gonna want it for you. We could wish well and hope that you do get it, but I can't make you get up. Go, do you want to lose 200 pounds? I can't make you get up and get to this gym. You gotta do it on your own. I can encourage you, can't physically get you up. You want a better job, or you see that your job needs some sort of degree, go to school. Learn you something. If you don't want to go to a 4-year degree, trade school. There's plenty of trades that make phenomenal money, which can then lead into your own business. Now you make your own hours, you make your own shit, but there's levels to it. See, that victim mentality is weak. And it starts to develop all these bad habits, like laziness, putting more strenuous, unrealistic expectations on others. Like, oh, you my brother's keeper, right? You my boy. You supposed to help me out. You supposed to help me get these bitches. Had that. Homie was mad that I was getting bitches and he wanted the bitch, and I'm trying to put him on, but you not doing nothing for you to help your case. Now, as a friend, like a good friend, a good brother would, I'm gonna try to help you out. But if you're not getting to it yourself, my man, you shit out of luck. And it's sad to see it. Not only are you sad for yourself, but it's sad to see from the outside looking in, especially from someone who's coming from that victim mentality. Because I could read it 1,000 miles away. I could read that shit. You feel sorry for yourself. The world don't use shit. There's no rule book on life. When you're born, there's no manual to tell you how to do what you got to do. But how far are you willing to go? Is you gonna take it there? Is you gonna thug it out? Is you gonna really stand on your shit? SOB? Can't do it without God, though. Can't do it without God and faith in yourself. Like I said, God don't move unless you do, man. And like people won't help somebody. And I noticed like from experience, people won't help other people that don't want to help themselves. Especially if they don't see them trying. You're supposed to work like someone's watching you work at all times. No matter what your craft, your job, your relationship, always work like if someone's watching you. And I promise you someone is. Someone's always watching. You're gonna get that break. But it's gotta come from you, dog. Can't be caught up about some shit from years ago and expect the shit just to fall in your lap. It's not how it works. And let's say it does. Let's say some shit does fall into your lap. You can't even appreciate it. Because for so long, you was going and working out all this frustration and anger and the mixed emotions about why my life isn't this way because of so-and-so. And my mom didn't do her job. My dad didn't do her job. And it does fall into your lap. You can't even appreciate it. You can't even maintain it. And that goes all back to the self-sabotage shit. Because you're so focused on what happened, you don't even know what to do when you do get it. But when you work and put your best foot forward and do some shit, you learn how to earn it, you learn how to maintain it, you learn how to cherish it because of what you came through to get that. No one's ever got anything handed to them. But you know what? We're starting to get into another realm, so I'm going to cut this one short. But I appreciate you for checking in, man. Stay tuned for the next episode. Key points to take away. Get out of the victim mentality. It's not your fault. And there are other avenues out there, no matter what you're going on in life. You know what I'm saying? I love you, man. God bless. Take care. It's J Boog. A Boog's Life. Stay tuned for more, baby.